Have you ever worried that scammers are finding new ways to trick seniors every single day? As we grow older, the world doesn't get any kinder. And while technology has given us many conveniences, it has also opened doors for criminals who know how to target seniors when they are most vulnerable. What once felt safe can suddenly become a trap, and it is often the most trusting and good-hearted among us who end up falling victim. That is why staying informed isn't just smart, it is necessary to protect your hard-earned savings, your peace of mind, and your independence. In this video, we are exposing 5 new trending scams that are spreading fast among seniors. Each one is designed to look convincing on the surface, but behind it lies a scheme that can cause real damage if you do not recognize it. From fake voices on the phone to online schemes that appear legitimate, these scams are more sophisticated than ever before, and they are targeting older adults in greater numbers. Stay with me until the very end, because the last scam we cover may be the most surprising of all, and understanding it could save you or someone you love from serious financial loss. By the time you finish this video, you will not only know how to spot these scams, but you will feel stronger and more confident about protecting yourself in today's world. Now, let's get started. Number 1. Tech support scam. One of the fastest growing scams today is the so-called tech support scam, and it preys on seniors who may not be as comfortable with technology as the younger generation. It often begins with a phone call or a sudden pop-up on your computer screen, warning you that something is wrong. The message might say your computer is infected with a virus, that your bank account has been compromised, or that your device is about to shut down unless you take action immediately. The urgency is the hook, because when we feel alarmed, we are more likely to listen to whoever seems to have the solution. The person on the other end of the line usually sounds professional, calm and helpful, which makes it easy to believe they are legitimate. They might claim to be from a well-known company like Microsoft or Apple, and they will walk you through what seems like a genuine process to fix the problem. They often ask you to give them remote access to your computer so they can solve the issue. Once inside, they can see everything on your device, emails, saved passwords, bank accounts, and from there the harm can be endless. Some scammers go a step further by charging you for fake services. They may ask you to pay a small service fee for the repair, often requesting gift cards or wire transfers as payment. These are untraceable, which makes it impossible to get your money back. What seems like a small amount at first can snowball into hundreds or even thousands of dollars as they continue to invent new problems to fix. The cruel part is that many seniors only realize they've been tricked long after the money has disappeared. Let me give you an example. A man named Harold, 78 years old, received a pop-up on his laptop while browsing the news. The message said his bank account had been hacked and urged him to call a number right away. When he dialed, a man claiming to be a technician convinced Harold to download a program that gave remote access. Within minutes, the scammer was inside his computer, moving files around, pretending to fix the issue. Harold was then told he needed to pay $200 to secure his account, and because it sounded reasonable and urgent, he did it without hesitation. A week later, Harold discovered that much more than $200 had been taken from his bank account. The lesson here is not to feel embarrassed if something like this happens to you. These scammers are professionals at deception, and even the most cautious people can be caught off guard. The important thing is to learn the warning signs. If someone calls you out of the blue claiming your computer is in danger, or if a pop-up appears urging you to call a number immediately, stop and think. Real companies do not operate that way. They do not call you without reason, and they never demand immediate payment in gift cards or wire transfers. Seniors who are aware of this scam can not only protect themselves but also warn others. Talking about these experiences openly can take away the shame and replace it with empowerment. Every story shared is a chance to save someone else from falling into the same trap. By staying alert and questioning the unexpected, you protect your finances, your identity, and your peace of mind. Number 2. Medicare and health insurance scam. Another scam that is spreading quickly among seniors involves Medicare and health insurance. It often begins with a phone call from someone claiming to be a representative from Medicare, Social Security, or a health plan provider. The caller may use official-sounding language, sometimes even quoting your Medicare number or part of your personal information that they've obtained elsewhere. They may say you qualify for new benefits, free medical equipment, or discounted prescriptions. The goal is always the same, to trick you into sharing sensitive information or agreeing to services that will cost you dearly. These scammers know that healthcare is a top concern for seniors, and they use that to create a false sense of trust. They might tell you that you are eligible for a free health check or that you must confirm your Medicare details to keep your coverage active. The pitch is designed to sound urgent, as if you risk losing your benefits if you do not cooperate right away. For someone who depends on Medicare, that sense of fear can override caution. It is a cruel trick that plays on our deepest worries about health and security. Take, for example, the story of Margaret, an 81-year-old widow. She received a call from someone claiming to be from Medicare, saying she qualified for a new diabetes monitor free of charge. All she had to do was confirm her Medicare number and her date of birth. Margaret, wanting to take advantage of what sounded like a helpful offer, provided the information. A week later, boxes of unnecessary medical equipment began arriving at her home. Soon after, her Medicare account showed thousands of dollars in claims for items she never ordered or used. By the time she realized what had happened, the damage was done. The reason this scam works so effectively is that seniors are conditioned to respect authority, especially when it comes to government programs. When someone claims to be from an official agency, it feels natural to listen. Scammers also rely on the fact that many older adults are managing multiple medications or health conditions, which makes the promise of free or discounted care especially tempting. The language they use is carefully designed to lower your guard and make you act without questioning. The truth is that Medicare will never call you unexpectedly to ask for personal information. They will not pressure you to provide details over the phone, and they certainly will not threaten your coverage if you do not respond. If you receive such a call, the safest response is to hang up immediately. If you are concerned about your benefits, use the official Medicare number printed on your card to verify. Trust the contact information you already have, not what a stranger provides on the phone. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 2 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now, let's move forward. Number 3. Online shopping and delivery scam. In today's world, online shopping has become a convenience many seniors have embraced, especially when mobility becomes limited or when it feels easier to order from home than to venture out. But with that convenience comes a new wave of scams that are spreading fast. These schemes often take the form of fake websites, misleading advertisements, or phony delivery notices sent through email or text. They look convincing on the surface, yet they are designed to steal money, personal information, or both. The scam can begin in many ways. Perhaps you see an ad for an item you've been wanting, offered at a price that seems almost too good to be true. You click the link, and the website looks professional, complete with pictures, customer reviews, and even a secure-looking checkout page. But once you place your order, the product never arrives. Worse, the scammers now have your credit card number and billing address. In other cases, you may receive a text message or email saying that a package delivery has failed and urging you to click a link to reschedule. That link often leads to a site designed to capture your personal data or infect your device with harmful software. Let's consider the story of Robert, a 72-year-old retiree who enjoys gardening. He came across a website offering high-quality gardening tools at half the usual price. The site was full of attractive photos and glowing reviews, so Robert decided to place an order. Weeks went by and nothing arrived. When he tried to contact customer service, the phone number didn't work and the email bounced back. By then, the scammers had not only taken his payment, but had also attempted to make additional charges on his credit card. It was a painful lesson that even seemingly simple purchases can carry risks. Delivery scams are just as dangerous. A common trick is sending out messages that look like they are from popular shipping companies. They might say something like, "Your package could not be delivered. Click here to confirm your address." For seniors who may be expecting a delivery from a grandchild or a pharmacy, that message can feel urgent and believable, but clicking the link can open the door to identity theft or fraud. The emotional pull in these scams is the sense of expectation. When you are waiting for a package, the idea that it might be delayed or lost can trigger immediate action. Scammers count on that reaction, pushing you to click before you stop to think. And once they have your information, the damage can spread quickly. The best defense is to remember that online safety is no different than being cautious at your front door. Just as you wouldn't hand over your wallet to a stranger knocking unexpectedly, you should not hand over your details to a website or message you do not fully trust. By staying alert and double-checking before you act, you can shop online safely and enjoy the convenience without the risk. Number 4. Romance and companionship scam. Among the most heartbreaking scams that seniors face today are those built around romance and companionship. These scams target the natural human need for connection, and they often succeed because loneliness can be such a powerful force in later years. The scheme usually begins with a message on a social media site, an online dating platform, or even through email. The scammer presents themselves as a warm, attentive companion, often claiming to share similar interests or life experiences. At first, the conversation seems genuine, full of kind words and an eagerness to listen. Over time, trust builds, and that is when the requests for money begin. What makes this scam particularly dangerous is that it unfolds slowly. Unlike the tech support or delivery scams that strike quickly, romance scams can go on for weeks or months before any requests are made. The scammer might say they are traveling overseas, working on a project far from home, or dealing with a personal emergency. Their stories are crafted to tug at the heart, and because they have already invested time in building a relationship, the victim feels more inclined to help. Many seniors send money, not once, but repeatedly, convinced they are supporting someone who truly cares for them. Take the example of Eleanor, a 74-year-old widow. She joined a social site to stay in touch with friends and family, but was soon contacted by a man claiming to be a retired military officer. He was attentive, charming, and seemed to understand her loneliness. After several weeks of warm exchanges, he shared a story about being stranded overseas with no access to his bank account. Feeling compassion and believing in the bond they had formed, Eleanor wired him money. Once she did, the requests grew larger and more urgent. By the time she realized it was a scam, thousands of dollars were gone, and the emotional pain was just as severe as the financial loss. The cruelty of this scam is that it does not only rob seniors of money, but also of trust. After such an experience, many victims find it difficult to open their hearts again, even to genuine people who want to care for them. The shame and embarrassment can be overwhelming, causing them to keep the situation secret from family and friends until it is too late. How can you protect yourself? The first step is to recognize the warning signs. Be cautious if someone you have never met in person professes strong feelings too quickly. Watch for excuses that prevent them from meeting face to face, and be skeptical of any request for money, no matter how urgent the reason sounds. A real friend or partner will not pressure you financially, especially early in a relationship. Awareness can transform vulnerability into strength. By knowing how romance scams operate, you can still enjoy the benefits of staying socially connected without falling victim. And when you share what you learn, you help protect others as well. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 4 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now, let's move forward. Number 5. Investment and prize scam. Perhaps one of the oldest tricks in the book, yet still one of the most effective against seniors, is the investment and prize scam. This scheme comes in many disguises, but the heart of it is always the same. Scammers promise you something big, guaranteed profits, huge winnings or life-changing returns, if only you act quickly and send money. Seniors are especially targeted because many are looking for safe investments for retirement or hoping to leave something behind for their families. These desires are noble, but scammers twist them into opportunities for exploitation. The investment side of the scam often begins with a call, an email, or even an ad online claiming that a new opportunity is about to take off. It could be a can't-miss stock, a piece of land overseas, or a special bond that supposedly outperforms the market. The language is always urgent, telling you that you must act right away or you'll miss out. What they want is your money sent directly into their pockets, with no intention of delivering on any promise. Once the money is gone, so are they, leaving you with empty hands and a heavy heart. The prize version is just as common. You might receive a letter or call saying you have won a lottery, sweepstakes or vacation package. At first it feels exciting. Who doesn't like the idea of winning something? But then comes the catch. Before you can claim your prize, you must pay taxes, processing fees, or shipping costs. This is the red flag. Real lotteries and contests never require winners to pay up front to collect their prize. But in the moment of excitement, many seniors pull out their checkbooks or provide their credit card numbers, only to discover later that the prize never existed. Consider the story of Frank, a 69-year-old grandfather who loved playing the occasional scratch-off ticket. One afternoon, he received a phone call congratulating him on winning a foreign lottery. The caller sounded official, even providing a badge number and offering to send documents to confirm. All Frank had to do was wire $3,000 to cover international taxes. Believing this might be his lucky break, Frank complied. The promised winnings never arrived, and the money was gone for good. It wasn't just the financial loss that hurt. It was the sense of betrayal, the realization that his hope had been used against him. These scams succeed because they manipulate two powerful emotions: hope and fear. Hope that you might finally have a financial breakthrough, and fear that you'll lose the opportunity if you don't act right away. Scammers create artificial deadlines and pressure, urging you not to consult with family or friends. They may say, "Don't tell anyone until it's official," or "You'll lose this deal if you don't act within hours." This isolation is intentional, because when you pause to discuss it with someone you trust, the scam quickly unravels. The truth is, legitimate investments carry risk, and no one can guarantee outsized returns without it. And real prizes never require you to pay in advance. If someone pressures you with promises that sound too good to be true, it's almost certainly a scam. Always verify with a trusted advisor, family member, or financial institution before sending money. Slow down, take a step back, and remember that urgency is the tool of fraudsters, not of honest opportunities. By recognizing these tactics, you protect more than just your wallet. You protect your dignity, your peace of mind, and your future security. Sharing this knowledge with friends and community groups can make a real difference, because awareness is often the strongest defense. Final thoughts. As we close this video, I want you to take a moment to reflect on the 5 scams we have just uncovered together. Each one, whether it was tech support, health insurance, online shopping, romance, or investment, shows how creative and ruthless criminals can be when they target seniors. But more importantly, each one also reveals how powerful knowledge can be when it comes to protecting yourself. Awareness is the shield that keeps your money, your identity, and your peace of mind safe from those who try to exploit trust and goodwill. It is natural to feel unsettled when you realize how widespread these scams have become. But I want you to remember something essential. Being cautious does not mean living in fear. It means living with strength, wisdom, and confidence. Every time you pause before clicking a link, question a caller who pressures you, or check with a trusted friend before making a decision, you are proving that you are stronger than the scammer who tried to deceive you. The truth is, scams will continue to evolve, but so will your ability to see through them. With every bit of information you gain, you become less of a target and more of a protector for yourself and for your community. Hold on to that truth, because it means you are far from powerless. You are equipped, capable, and resilient, and that is something no scammer can take from you. Thank you for joining us today. We'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and share one thing you learned today and how you plan to use it in your life. Your thoughts are important to us, so don't hesitate to share them. Reading your comments gives us great motivation and encouragement. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.